Well, here I am. You asked for MLB no-run first inning calls, so let me talk about a few that I like. Let's go. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, back with an MLB Prize Picks video here. I'm going to try to do a couple MLB Prize Picks videos each and every day, and I'm going to break them out into strikeouts. And then I had a lot of people ask for the no runs first inning or yes runs first inning, and we'll just talk about them, and we'll throw a few up on the board that I do like. We went 1-1 yesterday in the ones that I did throw up with the strikeouts, so hopefully, I'll throw 4 or 5 up there that I do like. We'll talk about, probability odds that they're going to hit, and then how the pitchers have done over this year and last year for no runs first inning. So we'll just dive right into it and see what you like. But hey, if you want to see more of these videos, or if you have comments on anything else that you would like to see, I'm here to provide these videos for you and hopefully provide some value for you. So just put something in the comments if you want something, and maybe I'll start doing some videos like these, no runs first inning. So let's just get after it. But hey, for that, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's just dive right into it. Let's go. All right, as you can see, we have the MLB Prize Picks desktop up here, and they have a category here for first inning runs allowed. So basically, when you pick one of these, you're going to have either over or under. So we're either going to have no runs first inning for the under, or we're going to have yes to runs first inning on the over. So it's kind of fun. I enjoy these. And I've had a lot of people mention about them, so I figured why not do a video where we'll just talk about the favorite ones on the board, and which one are where people are hitting these at. So I think the first one we'll talk about here, we'll go and talk about the Baltimore Minnesota game here. So we're going to talk about this one, and we're going to go under here. So we got Joe Ryan on the mound for Minnesota, and we got Bruce Zimmerman on the other side. Zimmerman's 4-0 with no runs allowed in the first inning this year, 2-0 at home. And then we got Joe Ryan. Boy, he's a fun pitcher to watch. He's 3-1 on the year for no runs first inning. So the probability this is going to hit's pretty high, around 75%. And it's juiced as the no runs first inning around -160. So, it's getting bet pretty heavily on the under here. So I do like it on both sides. So we're going to take the under on this Orioles and Twins game. The next one we're going to talk about, we're going to go and we're going to head down to this LA and San Francisco game. So we got the Dodgers and we got the Giants here. We got Carlos Rodon on one side here of San Francisco, and we got Julio Urias on the other side. Rodon's 4-0 so far this year with not allowing any runs, and Urias is 3-1. The juice is on the under as well at -140. So I think it's a spot we can kind of look at taking the under here for him. So we'll take the under here, -140. It's kind of nice, no runs first inning for this one. So it's kind of one that we're going to look at taking. We're going to go right next door here as well. We got the Oakland Athletics and the Rays, where we got Ryan Yarbrough on the mound for Tampa Bay, and then we got Paul Blackburn for Oakland. Paul's been 3-1 this year on the under. Yarbrough's hasn't. I don't think he's pitched this year yet, but we could look at last year. They're so not fantastic. But I try to take that with a grain of salt, because this Oakland team is just horrendous. Honestly, they are not very good at all. Yarbrough should be able to do what he wants here. I would more worry about the Tampa Bay side, but if Blackburn's been 3-1 so far, and we got pretty heavy juice on the under at -165, I think you can take a shot at this one. It's not one of my favorites, but one I think that we can take a shot on the over. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to look at one that we could take a shot on the, we can take a shot on the under. I apologize for the Oakland and Tampa Bay. I do think one we can look at, we can take the over at, it's hitting at -155 right now on the over. And I think a lot of that has to do with, where the game was played. Let's see if they got it up on the board here. They might not. Yeah, they don't. It's the Colorado game, but they don't even have it up here on the board. But I think because any game that's going to be in Colorado, they're probably not going to put it up here. But the juice is heavy on the over around -155. And they got Herman Marquez up on the mound for Colorado. But yeah, that's not up here, so we can't even play that one. Another one we can look at here, we got Drew Smyly for the Cubs, and then we got Kopech for the White Sox. And I think this is a strong underplay as well. It's juiced at -175. But, you know, Kopech struggled a little bit this year on the unders first inning. He's 2-2, but this Chicago Cubs lineup is not great. So I'm hoping he'll bounce back here against the Cubs. But he's 2-2 this year on the no runs first inning. Drew Smyly's 3-1. If we kind of look at what they did last year a little bit, Kopech was 4-0 in no runs first inning, and Drew Smyly was 17-6, around 74%. So the probability this is going to go under is around, you know, if we looked at last year, around 75%. This year with Kopech, the way he struggled a little bit. But again, it all depends on who he's pitched against, right? So if we kind of look at who Kopech's pitched against, you know, he's pitched against Detroit, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, and Kansas City. And he's only given up 3 runs in 4 starts. But, you know, I think here with the Cubs, I'm not too worried about that offense. I like this under. And again, it's juiced at -175 on the under. So we'll take the under for this one. So there's 4 that we have up here on the board. If we kind of look at any more, I still think my favorite is the Orioles Twins under. If I had to take the first one that I do like here. The second one I would take, it'd probably take the Cubs and the White Sox under. And then I would look at more than likely going the Dodgers and Giants on the under, and then Athletics and Rays as the under. But let's find one more that we can throw up here on the board. I'm looking at Milwaukee and Cincinnati. Do they have this one up here? Because this is the one that I think we could take. Yeah, so we'll take this one as the under as well, for Milwaukee and Cincinnati. So we have Woodruff on the mound for Milwaukee. He's 3-1 this year with no runs first inning. And then we got Tyler on the other side, 4-1. He's 80% this year. And it's juiced on the under at -160. So it's getting bet pretty heavily on the under here. And, you know, we got 2 decent pitchers up there. So I do like that. Milwaukee's offense has just kind of scuffled this year. So I understand it. Last year, 73% for Tyler and 74% for Woodruff for the under. So pretty good on the unders for both of them. And yeah, I think that's probably my number. If I had to rank these now, I'd still would go the Orioles and Twins under number 1. I'd probably put the Reds and Milwaukee's number 2 as the under. Then Chicago game as the under number 3. Then these are kind of a toss up if I had to bet, because that Dodgers lineup is so good. You know, they could get to him. So I'll probably put that one maybe last, and then I'll put the Oakland and the Rays as number 4 now. So there's 5 of them. We'll just keep talking through these, you know, on a big MLB days. We can kind of talk about, show where the massive juice is on the unders on some of these. I don't see a lot of juice on the overs on a lot of these, which you probably see a ton of. The only one I see is juiced over is the Washington-Colorado game. But again, I don't know if I would really touch it. And you can't touch it on Prizepicks anyway. So, but a lot of these, just kind of looking at the juice. I think the heaviest one right now is the White Sox and Dodgers at -175, and then the Cubs game at -175. Minnesota Baltimore's at -160, and then the Cincinnati Milwaukee games at -160 that we have. And then the Oakland Tampa Bay's at -165. So they're all pretty juiced up pretty heavily on the unders. So just kind of want to talk about this, you know, save you guys some time, kind of go through the stats, just mention them, all these unders. So hopefully we can hit a few of these. And if we do, if you want to see more of these, again, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments if this is something, how you want me to go about it. And we'll just keep knocking out some videos and try to bring some value to the community. And I'm here for you guys. So with that, see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.